In today's video, facts about the Silent Swordsman Archetype, and that's coming up. What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 YGO. In today's video, facts about the Silent Swordsman Archetype. And hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. So a few months ago I did a video covering the Silent Magicians, and a lot of you really requested the Silent Swordsman, and I got quite lazy on it. So after a very long wait, here it is finally. The Silent Swordsman Archetype are basically a bunch of light warrior types, predominantly used by Yu-Gi-Moto, most noticeably in the ceremonial duel against Yami. They're basically the same as the Silent Magicians. They're like an evolution type. They'll start at level 0, and in the anime they went up by 1 level and 500 attack every turn. And I thought this archetype was really cool, especially with the Silent Magicians as well. I'd love to see them get more support in the future, but let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. We're starting with Silent Swordsman. This is one of the newer cards we've got. It's a level 4 light attribute, warrior and effect type monster with 1000 attack and defense. It cannot be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned from your hand by attributing 1 warrior type monster and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn during the standby phase, this card gains 500 attack. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can negate the activation. Also, if this card is destroyed by battle, or if the card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 Silent Swordsman monster from your hand or deck, except Silent Swordsman, of course ignoring its summoning conditions. Which is really awesome. This card, of course, like I said, was one of the newer ones. It was released back in September of 2016 in Duelist Pack Rivals of the Pharaoh as an ultra rare card. Though the OCG and TCG effects, of course, are slightly different from the ones and how they worked in the anime, the effect is obviously a reference to how it worked back then. And of course, the Silent Swordsman is a counterpart to the Silent Magician, except it's the warrior type counterpart. They both have the same attribute level, attack and defense. They cannot be normal summoned or set. You can only special summon them from the hand by attributing 1 monster of the same type. They of course both gain 500 attack after a player draws or adds a card to their hand. They also have an effect that negates spell cards activations once per turn. And finally, they both special summon monsters of the same archetype as themselves once they're destroyed, of course, once again ignoring their summoning conditions. As well as this, the Silent Swordsman appears in the artwork of the spell card Silent Sword Slash, which is also the attack name of this card, slash archetype. As well as this, in the German dub of the anime, the card is referred to as, and I'm really going to butcher this, so I do apologise, my German is not on point, Stummer Schwarzkämpfer. This is basically translated to mean mute swordsman, while in the TCG name, and here we go, more German. Alright, brace yourselves for this one. Schweigsamer Schwarzkämpfer. I think I've pronounced that right, but I think if anyone wants to teach me how to pronounce these German things, then like hit me up, that'd be awesome. This is translated to mean reticent swordsman, which is awesome. Moving on to Silent Swordsman level 3 then. So obviously it's a level 3 monster. Once again, light attribute, warrior and effect type monster with 1000 attack and defense, same as the Silent Swordsman. This one's effect is that you negate the opponent's spell effects that will target this card. Once during your standby phase, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard, special summon 1 Silent Swordsman level 5 from your hand or deck, and of course you can't activate the effect the turn this card is summoned or flipped face up, which is awesome. This card was originally released back in 2004 in November in the set Rise of Destiny as an ultra rare, and also as an ultimate rare in the set. It's gone on to feature in another 5 sets, though in those other sets they are common cards. The artwork for the OCG and TCG card is of course taken from the manga. It was in Millennium World Duel 62, The Ties That Bind. It was from the panel where Silent Swordsman is shown being summoned. As well as this, of course, the artwork has those little kind of like stars or swords on there. There's a lot of speculation to say that those little stars are actually the swords of revealing light. This is because in that same panel that it was taken from, Yugi actually had the card activated while he summoned it, which I'm leaning more towards that is the case. But of course, once again, let me know what you think in the comments. As well as this monster is kind of like the child version of it all, and its eyes are very similar to those of Yugi's. So Silent Swordsman level 5 then, the next step up, obviously level 5, light, attribute, warrior and effect type monster. This time it has 2300 attack, but it keeps the 1000 defense. The effect of this guy is that it's unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. During your next standby phase, after this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Silent Swordsman level 7 from your hand or deck, which is awesome. This card was released a year later, so it was in 2005, February to be exact, in the set Flaming Eternity, once again as an ultra rare and an ultimate rare. Following this, it was released in 6 separate sets, mainly as a common card, but there was a secret rare version of this in the Elemental Energy Special Edition set in 2005 as well, which I think looks really, really good. I do love the secret rare versions of things. Silent Swordsman level 5 also appears in the artworks of Discord Counter and Level Copy. This card also made an appearance in the Dark Side of Dimensions movie. Yugi used this in his duel against Aigami. He sent it from his hand to the graveyard to activate Warrior's Devotion. On to Silent Swordsman level 7 then. This guy looks absolutely incredible. Obviously level 7 monster, it's a lighter tribute, warrior and effect type monster. This time its attack is 2,800 and once again 1,000 as its defense. It cannot be normal summoned or set, it must be special summoned by Silent Swordsman level 5 and cannot be special summoned by other ways. It negates all spell effects on the field. Incredible. This guy was also released in February of 2005, but it was released in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 Trials to Glory World Championship Tournament 2005 bundles. It was an ultra rare. After that, it featured in a further 4 sets, all as commons, apart from 2013's Duelist League 17, where it was a rare card. The first Spanish print of this card had a typo, as it said NL2 Campo, and once again, like my German, my Spanish was probably very off there, really, not even putting an accent on there. But hey, basically it translated to in it, your field. In it. Of course, when this card was released, it was completely redrawn compared to its anime artwork. As we can see here, it's kind of a little bit more colourful. I guess the guy looks a bit more butch. Final card that we're covering in this video is not a monster, but it's a support card for the Silent Swordsmans. It's Silent Sword Slash, or Silent Sword as its Japanese translated name. It was a quick play spell card and of course featured Silent Swordsman in its card artwork. Basically what this card does is you target 1 Silent Swordsman monster you control. That monster you control gains 1,500 attack and defense, and if it does until the end of this turn, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Silent Swordsman monster from your deck to your hand. Incredible card, really good. We of course got this in 2016 in September in Duelist Pack Rivals of the Pharaoh. This was a super rare. But thanks for watching. This was my video, facts about the Silent Swordsman archetype. Thank you very much for being patient on this video. I know it's been heavily requested quite a lot, so here it is and I hope you enjoyed it. But if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Fact videos, character deck duels, things you missed in Yu-Gi-Oh! And more, then hit the subscribe button right now. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share this video with a friend, or leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know what your favourite archetype is. But that is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Take care.